Right, today's top picks from Reuters Breaking Views. We're going to talk about BP, promising change, whether it's delivered. We're going to talk about 3i, whoever becomes the next CEO should be given a chance, says Breaking Views. And the DBS purchase of Danamon is the big story out of Asia. With me is Robert Cole. Morning to you, Robert.
Morning.
2 years after promising change. Is BP coming through now, do you think?
Well, it's April the 20th, I think, is the date that the whale blew. That's 2 years ago now. And clearly, for a lot of the first year, you know, BP had an accident to handle and all the ramifications of that. It then relatively quickly said, look, we're going to change. You know, we're going to stop being this sprawling, relatively, I was going to say slowful, might be a bit unfair, but a big producing major, and actually excited investors quite significantly by suggesting that it was going to come, well, if not smaller, then it's going to concentrate on finding new oil.
And it's not done enough, you say.
And that strategy is still in place. It may be too soon to start really sort of picking holes in the management for not delivering, but it would be nice to see. It would be nice that, let's say, at the time of the 2-year anniversary, which is a week or two away, there was a bit more evidence that actually they were delivering on, a smaller number of tighter, more productive and profitable projects.
Yep. All right. 3i. Your point here is whoever becomes the next CEO deserves a chance to outline a strategy. Now, what's the danger here? That they're just not going to be given that chance or have the time to do it?
Absolutely. I mean, this is something of a UK story. But I think resonates around the world. I mean, what's happened here is that 3i formed in 1945 as a sort of nationalised investment industry, then privatised in 1990, had a fantastic 1990s and early part of the... it's really underperformed, and in the last few years it has a massive discount to net asset value, and investors and last week of course lost the chief executive. Now it's said that this is unrelated, that Michael Queen, who's been at the company for a long time, actually did a lot of good to sort it out, and it's just time for him to retire. But the absence, the gulf at the top there, albeit we hope temporary, is given the sort of activist investors an opportunity to come out and start creating a bit of a fuss. And there are some reports over the weekend that the 3i must get its act together, must close this discount, must prove that it is a better manager of these private equity assets, or it will be wound up. And that would be the way, say the activist investors, to close this discount. We say, look, OK, 3i hasn't got a great deal to shout about, but the new chief executive, whoever that is, at least deserves to be given a hearing. And
then, big story in Asia, of course, doing the rounds of the DBS purchase of Danamon. You like this story and the implications for Temasek?
Yeah, I mean, the risks seem to be in the operations of these two banks, and the profits seem to be there for Temasek, the Singaporean state-owned wealth fund, and it seems to have carved a very nice deal. I mean, the deal makes sense as well. DBS, the Singapore-based lender, is buying the Indonesian rival. That will give a bigger, better regional bank with access to cheaper funding, etc., etc. And there should be some synergies to be won, but the terms of the deal as we see them seem to have the Temasek people coming up smelling of roses. OK, very good, Robert. Many thanks for that. Robert Cole. If you want to watch our US Breaking Views show, 12:30 Eastern, 17:30, rather 16:30 as it says there, GMT, every day. You can find it on Reuters.com. You can find it on the Breaking Views website as well. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.